My name is Cindy Adams, and my title is Chief Administrative Officer. If I were not working in healthcare, I think I would want to own a bed and breakfast. I am a foodie. I like to prepare food and decorate, and so I think that would be a really fun career. I think the way I would define shared services or a shared service is really those functional areas that are not line of business specific. So they cross all programs, all lines of business that we have at Superior, and they support those areas. Shared services contribute to the bottom line in a different way than the lines of business do. We're not a revenue generator. I was joking about this yesterday and saying that of P&L responsibility, we have a lot of the L or the loss. So shared services drive liquidated damages if the performance expectations are not met. But they also can drive market share and revenue. So if you utilize a good member services strategy and you are treating people like it's you, then you can really engage with the members, make them want to be with Superior Health Plan, and grow your market and your revenue that way. There's been a lot of research about how employee engagement scores improve Superior and Centene or any company. I think that when you look at engaged employees, you're looking at employees that want to be at work. They want to do a good job. They are motivated and like what they do and feel like that their job is meaningful or their work is meaningful. If you have disengaged employees, you have a higher turnover rate, you don't have as good of customer satisfaction or motivation to do a good job. And I think in our industry where we're handling a very personal aspect of people's lives, their health care, you need that engagement, you need that relationship to the member, and you need to really believe and have the motivation in what you're doing. We've actually gotten some very positive feedback to some of the employee engagement activities. I've received personal feedback from some managers that said for the manager spotlights, we've printed these out and we're going to use them with our staff. And then I think we've gotten some really good feedback on the videos because the employees see that as more personal. It's different than things we've done in the past. It's a lot more engaging than a piece of paper or something posted to the web. So I think those are the big things that have shown up. The person most likely to play the lottery would be, there's a lot of people who would do that, but I think that would be Dan Horn, because I know for a fact they have had some groups that have played the lottery. Joke teller or joke player, two different things, but I think probably Tom Wise would probably be the best joke teller. The person I would say that's the most tech savvy here has to be Patrick Kovalik. Okay, most likely to secretly be addicted to Downton Abbey is David Harmon, all the way. In fact, he's the only one that I know that is in the leadership team. It's hard to pick the person most likely to end a meeting on time because we're not very good at that. That seems to be a hard time, I think, because everybody is really interested in the topic. That has to be it. But I think probably it would be Mark Sanders. The first person to laugh at a joke is probably Tom Wise. The most likely to tweet, post, or share on social media is probably Mary Harper. She is our marketing director, so that's part of her job too. Best pinch hitter, I think that I have to say the whole partner team on that. Any of us would step in and do whatever it took to get the job done.
My name is Holly Munin, and I'm the Chief Performance Officer for Superior Health Plan. What I like best about working at Superior is that it's constantly changing. It gives you opportunities to advance and do things you've never done before, and it keeps you energized and it also gives you a great reason to focus. December 1st, 1999, the day we became real is how I think about it. Everybody was on site in El Paso, Texas. We were going live with about 3,600 members. All the excitement and anxiety that surrounds doing something you've never done before. But the one thing we all had in front of us was we had members that we needed to take care of, and we were going to do our very best to do that and make sure they had what they needed, and it's the underpinning of what's made Superior so successful over the years. 3 biggest milestones in the history of Superior. This is a fun question. So I'm going to kind of group them a little bit. Besides, Go Live Day, in 2001, we acquired business in San Antonio and Austin, and that was a big deal because it gave us scale. And we proved to ourselves and the state that our business model was scalable. The second big deal was when we helped create the first rural managed care product in the country, really, with our CHIP EPO program. Nobody else wanted to do it. We were the only people who went to the state with a solution. And that really proved to ourselves again, and the state, everybody who was watching, that we could innovate better than anybody else. And then the third biggie was 2012, when we doubled in size. And that proved we could play. We could play with the best of them. You had 370,000 members on one day, you're a major player. A major myth about compliance within a health plan is that it's the police. We're here to find out what's wrong and show everybody. And that's not what compliance is about. Compliance is about supporting business operations to build an environment of integrity and ethics in our organization so that we can fly, so that business can do what it's supposed to do. Every employee definitely plays a role in compliance. It sounds cliche, but compliance is everyone's job. We all have to be aware of what's going on around us, why we do what we do, what compliance means to that, what process you're working in. And if you don't understand it, or you're confused, or you need help decoding, all you have to do is reach out. Superior's compliance team is there to help every step of the way. Most likely to finish my sentences is Tom Wise. He's been here the longest and heard most of my sentences, so that's pretty much it. Cindy Adams is the first person to wish me a happy birthday. Most likely to send me something in an Excel spreadsheet is Dan Horn, and I love him for it because it's always print ready, it's always perfect. Person who IMs me the most is Karen Chang, because she's on usually the most top secret calls with the most interesting stuff. Best person to help me let off steam is Cecily Rollins. She's got the best closed door and the best laugh. Best poker face, Jared Wolf. Easy. I have no idea what he's thinking, ever. Most likely to volunteer in their free time is David Harmon. I don't even know how long the list is of things he's a part of.
CHIP.
Children's Health Insurance Plan.
FM.
Federally mandated. Federal match. Radio? Really?
No.
What?
Farm to market.
Oh God, no.
AP.
AP, like the Associated Press?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yay! Yay!
Thought you'd say accounts payable. LOL.
Laughing out loud.
OIG.
Oh, Office of the Inspector General.
NPI.
National Provider Identifier.
HHSC.
Health and Human Services Commission. DADS.
Department of Aging and Disability Services.
IDD.
Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities.
BHS.
BHS. No idea.
Like CBH provides.
Oh, Behavioral Health Services.
Yes.
Oh,
SMH.
don't know.
Shaking my head. Okay. UMCM.
Uniform Managed Care Manual.
I adjusted it. CIA.
Central Intelligence Agency.
Yes. Did we beat Jared and Jim?